Check, check, check. All right, we are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be wrapping up a 3-game series against the Houston Astros at Minute Maid Park. How you doing, everybody out there in Birdland? Welcome back, everybody, in Charm City chat. Happy Sunday to you. It's me, BW, coming back for another Orioles game today. If you tuned in yesterday, you might have seen a not too good of shape version of BW. He's doing better. By that, I mean me. I like to talk in third person. I don't know why. I try to make myself sound important, maybe. I don't know. I'm not very important, but what is important is I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not feeling 100%. I can tell you that for sure. But I'm feeling better. So thank you to those in chat who have already brought that up. If we've established what 100% of me is, you know, in a normal play-by-play call, yesterday was probably about 40%. Today, you're probably going to get about 60, 65%. I don't know. It's going to be better, but it's not going to be the best. I'm probably going to have to keep my emotions in check a little bit. But still very excited to be here and call you a game. Haven't missed a game yet, and I don't plan to anytime soon. Let me address those that might be new to my channel. Welcome on in. I started this channel up in time for the 2024 season, and the objective is to cover every Orioles game all season long and hopefully well into October. And at the same time, grow a community here for other Oriole fans or just fans of baseball in general to follow the Orioles in situations where they may not be able to otherwise. Maybe you can't get it on the TV or hear it on the radio or find it in some other way. Or maybe you just like to watch it along with other people in an interactive experience. You can do that here. I'll be doing the play-by-play and some commentary mixed in. And, yeah, we've got the Charm City chat here. The best live chat and sports streaming you're going to find. I'm telling you right now. We take care of it. In fact, folks, before I forget, today, I sort of alluded to it yesterday. We're definitely making it today official. Forget about this this mistake because I wrote this a day early, but it's happy Ms. Janet Day. It's Ms. Janet Appreciation Day in chat. I know some of you were still here at the very end of the stream yesterday. You already gave Janet a round of applause and a thank you, but if you didn't do it already, or if you already did, go ahead and do it again. Janet, fantastic work as a mod here on the channel. The channel is growing at a fantastic rate, everybody. I can't even begin to describe. We'll go into it when we have a little bit of a breather during the ball game, but let me get through all the intro stuff. But folks, Janet Hill, once again, thank you so much, and to all the mods that help out the channel so far as we get started and continue to grow. It's again, it's really exciting, and I couldn't do this alone. I could not do this alone at this point. That is for damn sure, folks. We are over 1,300 subscribers. I mean, we are motoring. We're motoring. That's right. What's your price for flight? Hey, birds fly, right? I'm just trying to get that Oriole theme going here today. Folks, let's get down to what's on tap as far as the ball game goes. I'll get this game started in about... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that first. Your starting pitching matchups have Albert Suarez going for the Orioles today. That's right. Hey, hey, hey. Is bad Albert. And when I say bad, I mean like bad Leroy Brown. I love Albert Suarez. And I see you there, David. David loves Albert too. Where was that comment? I saw it. Let me find it. So stoked to see Suarez pitching. I love the Cinderella story. O's not going to get swept. Hot damn. I mean, pin that comment, at least for now. That's what I'm talking about, David. I'm popping you right up to the top with that. Albert Suarez is going to be on the mound today. 3-1 record, ERA of 2.05. Going up against the Astros left-hander Framber Valdez. The veteran has a 5-5 record at 3.91 ERA. And, folks, we've got an interesting lineup today. But first, let me go on over here and get this game up for myself. You can take a look at it right there. It's on the screen, but I'll read them over here in a minute. Looks like Dave Johnson is joining Kevin Brown in the Masson booth today. I don't know if that's just for pregame or what. But it is the Masson broadcast, it would appear, that I've got access to today, which makes your boy happy. Got the home team coverage, which is usually better when we get into those replay situations and challenges. The away team never shows you the angle you want to see when you're the home team. All right, well, maybe I do have to concentrate on finding another stream here. This one is not coming up. Oh, came up right when I went away. Isn't that how it always goes? All right, folks. Do stand by. Again, I'm rocking at about 60% today. 60%. Hey, it's better than 40. All right, looks like it's working. All right, here we go. The lineup today, which is a very interesting one. This is a very interesting situation. We finally did it, folks. I don't know if you can notice what is interesting about this lineup with your eyes. Can anyone tell me in chat right now? You know what? Let's make it fun. What is very interesting about today's lineup, considering that we're facing a left-hander named Framber Valdez today? If anybody can type in the correct answer, you'll win chat today. Now, you might see some guys hitting in a different part of the order or this or that, but there's one thing to me that really jumps out. Nope, nobody said it yet. Now, something really jumps out that I think we finally can say, yes, we've done it. We've been able to do it. I can't remember the first time we've done this year. Again, the secret is we're playing a left-hander. What do we usually do when we face a left-handed starter, people? Come on, you've been watching the Birds all season long. Who is missing? Who is not normally DHing in this lineup today? I can't believe nobody is with your boy, the BirdWatcher, on this. No. You're all wrong. This can't be. Folks, I don't believe. Thank you, Chilo. Oh, Chilo, thank you. My God, yes. We're facing a lefty where we're not going to DH Adley and use James McCann, which makes our lineup stronger. Come on, folks. Look, nothing against James McCann. But, I mean, we've been using him so much. Every lefty we face, he's in the lineup. I'm sorry, but you get toward him in the order, and, yeah, sometimes he can come through with a big hit, but more often than not, he's a bit of a rally killer. It has to be said. You know, he doesn't have the average. He doesn't have the legs, and I like to see, Adley catching more. And, yeah. I think Brandon Hyde made this choice saying, you know what, we got to win today. And we do got to win today. We don't want to get swept. And I feel like he's like, all right, look, I'm going to put out there the best damn lineup I can, and that does not have McCann in it. So your lineup today is Adley Rutschman leading off and playing shortstop. I like it. Ryan Mountcastle up to the 2 spot. Again, there's a lot of stuff different about this lineup, but to me, the thing that stands out the most and what I really give the big old thumbs up to is, we built a lineup without McCann in it against the lefty. There's only two lefty bats in this lineup, and one of them's batting 9th. So, yeah, Ryan Mountcastle's at first base hitting second. Anthony Santander will be, is he going to be the DH? Let me see. Hayes, Urias, Mountie, Westberg. Okay, so Hayes, Cowser, and yeah, Santander's got to be. All right, so who's the DH today? I got to find out. I don't have enough information, and Adley Rutschman's coming up to hit. Santander is in right field. Okay, Gunner's going to DH today. Okay, no wonder I'm so confused. Gunner is the DH today. Thank you, Jacob. All right. Yeah, I want to see, Soren, I want to see Adley catch more. I did say that. It's not just about McCann's bat. It's about Adley being behind the plate more. And again, yeah, I mean, we faced lefties. We went through a stretch where, for a solid month and a half, the very beginning of the season, we had a distinct lack of left-handed starters for the opening couple of weeks. Plus, we had a lot of off days built in there, so you didn't really feel it so much. But yeah, once the season got rolling for a solid month and a half there, every lefty we face, McCann is in the lineup. And there'd be some times where Rutschman was behind the plate 2 or 3 games for the week. That's just not enough for your boy. All right, we are ready to get started here. Framber Valdez is stepping up onto the slab, and Adley Rutschman is going to hit from the right side. We know he can absolutely mash left-handed pitching. Let's hope he gets off to a nice start today. What a series he's had, and what a week he's had. Rutschman has been red hot lately. First pitch of the ball game is in there for a called strike, a fastball on the inside part of the plate, 94 miles an hour. We are underway, folks. Grab a cold one, a snack. Maybe turn on the air conditioner. I hear it's pretty hot out there. Let me know what the doing out there. Here's a ground ball on a bounce to shortstop. Pena over to first in time, and Rutschman is retired to begin the ball game. Framber. Framber? I hardly know her. All right. Ryan Mountcastle is going to step up. By the way, if I'm revealing a little too much of the chest today, my top button popped off when I put on my shirt. This one is in the dirt to Ryan Mountcastle. So, no, I'm not going for the Tom Selleck look, in case you guys get a glimpse. Dumb button just popped right off. Mountie's hitting 273 coming into today. This pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. The Astros wearing their standard home all-white uniforms, and the Orioles are in their standard home grays. Here's a foul ball off to the right from Mountcastle. Boy, I do feel some sinus congestion. Oh, I hope that doesn't interfere. That cannot interfere. Oh, Soren, that's only for my OnlyFans page. Completely different account. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Wow, a fastball, 97 with rising action. Top of the zone, and Mountcastle could not get a barrel to it. That ball just kept rising. They call it a sinker, but that ball kept moving up. That pitch is a walking contradiction. Here's Anthony Santander. He takes a first pitch strike, and that was a nasty-looking pitch. Is that the sinker as well? Because that tailed back in over the inside corner from Framber Valdez. This one is inside. 1-1 strike on Tony Taters. Comes into today hitting 234. It's up to 20 home runs now. An absolutely red-hot month of June. We don't want the month to end for Tony. This pitch is lined right back up the middle for a base hit over the leaping grab attempt by the second baseman. Anthony Santander with a solid stroke, hitting up in the third spot today. like a man who hits with average. That's right. He may only be hitting in the 230s, but right now he's hitting a whole lot better than that. A 2-out hit and a chance for Gunnar Henderson. Hey, Gunnar up here with a man on in the first inning. We got to go over the subscreen. And Valdez steps off the rubber. Why, I don't know. Santander isn't going anywhere, and he was still putting on his gloves at first base. He's not what? That's a disengagement you didn't need. All right, first pitch is a called strike here to Gunnar Henderson. Comes into today hitting .281. Folks, he's just so darn good. 0-1 pitch is inside. Belt high on Gunnar Henderson. The count is 1-1. Well, what happened here? That just went away. I mean, come on. This early? You're going to give me an issue? All right. What? What are you doing? Hang in there, folks. Stream is giving me issues early today in the middle of a Gunnar Henderson at bat, which does not make your boy happy whatsoever. Not at all. We'll go back over here so you guys can take a look at what's going on in this at bat. I do apologize. Trying to bring it back up as quickly as possible. All right, we got a 2-2 count, folks. 2-2 the count. This at bat is still happening, thankfully. Here comes the pitch. Low and away, and we got a count, and we got a full count. Let's hope nothing happens until we get back over here. All right, Gunnar. Here we go. Full count with 2 down, which means Santander will get a jump as soon as Valdez goes into his delivery. He'll be off. Here comes the payoff pitch to Henderson, and it's low, ball 4. Gunnar with that customary bat flip after getting a walk will head down to first. Santander is pushed up to second base. 2 on, 2 out, and the batter, Jordan Westburg. I really do like this lineup. I like seeing a guy like Westburg coming in to protect a guy like Gunnar. Gunnar gets walked, and now you got a 2-out RBI spot, and that's a spot I like to see Jordan Westburg in. He takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone, and I'm not too happy about that call, but we move on. 0-1 the count. Westburg hitting .277 coming into today. He's got a dozen home runs. This pitch is a breaking ball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Folks, Westburg, I don't think anybody envisioned him capable of being in the 25 to 30 home run range, maybe at the very peak of his career. There's a breaking ball for a strike this time on the outside edge. But, I mean, he is on pace to hit over 25 home runs as it stands right now. Jordan Westburg, the real deal. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Santander is at second. Henderson is at first. Westburg is at the plate. Looking to try to score here in the top of the first. The pitch. There's a breaking ball called strike 3. Valdez gets Westburg looking with a breaking ball that clips the bottom of the zone, and the inning is over. The Orioles get a hit. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the first, Baltimore nothing, and the Astros coming to bat. Oh, boy. That is something we need to work on lately. Even though we have been putting up a lot of runs, when you put up 17 runs and you leave like 10 men on base, you can't sit there and go, well, what did we do wrong leaving 10 men on base? Well, when you got that much offense, there's going to be some leftovers. But in general, it just feels like we're not getting that big hit to, get that rally, get something produced. But I do like this lineup today. I got to tell you, I do like this lineup. Okay, we're gonna have Altuve, Bregman, and Alvarez, the same top three of the order that the Astros have put out there so far this season. I guess I haven't gone over the Astros lineup. That would probably help. So yes, Jose Altuve, second base, leads off again. Alex Bregman at third base, hitting second. Alvarez not DHing today. He'll be in left field, hitting third. Yainer Diaz, who usually catches, will DH and be the cleanup hitter. Jeremy Pena will bat fifth. At shortstop, Mauricio Dubon is at first base. Joey Loperfido moves from left field to right field for today's ball game, and he'll bat seventh. Chas McCormick, who absolutely killed us yesterday hitting out of the 9-hole, he'll bat eighth. And Cesar Salazar, the backup catcher to Diaz, will be behind the plate batting ninth. All right, Albert Suarez. Folks, when we need a miracle, when the chips are down, who do you call? Suarez started that first game against the Yankees about coming up on a week ago now. And though we did not win that ball game, Albert did Albert things. First pitch is to Altuve, and this one's hit deep. Left field and gone. Wow. Did we not learn in the first two games of this series to not give a first pitch that Altuve can do something with? He is up there to hack. And hack he did. Suarez with the fastball, bottom of the zone, but middle of the plate. Altuve with that eye of his, he just saw that heater. He saw it going low in the zone, put the bat head on it, and absolutely crushed it to left field. 1-0 Houston. Alex Bregman takes strike one. And the next pitch, this one is trouble down in the right field and into the corner. Bregman's going to have extra bases. Santander will get it out of there and back in. Bregman with a double following the home run. 3 pitches, home run and double to begin the ball game. Look, I'm just, I was going to just wear it anyway to start the day. I'm not doing a poll today. I don't, whatever. Just, I don't know. This is more for comfort, all right? I need comfort right now. Yordan Alvarez is at the plate. Bregman's at second. And what's the umpire saying here? I guess just give Alvarez a second to get ready, I guess. Yordan hitting .292, 16 homers, 41 RBI. Pitch to him is inside for ball one. With runners in scoring position, Alvarez is hitting .197 on the season as this ball's fouled straight back. 1-1 the count. Kyle Tucker, who's been out now for about 3 weeks. He's still leading the team in pretty much every major offensive category, including steals. His bat is certainly missed. Alvarez's 1-1 pitch is popped up on the left side, going to drift out of play, foul by about 8 or 9 rows. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I tell you what, come playoff time, this is the exact sort of thing you cannot do. You got to be ready. You got to know what you're doing out there. Man, you can't throw a first pitch fastball in the zone of Jose Altuve. You got to know that. 1-2 the count. This one's popped up. I don't think Alvarez got enough. Okay, left field. Hayes is there. He's got it. Bregman's not going anywhere. He stays at second base. And now there are 2 down. Or is that just... No, that's out number 1. Excuse me. Oh, I'm desperate. I want 2 outs, but there's only 1. Yainer Diaz is at the plate. Wow, somebody came in hot, huh, Janet? I love it when somebody comes in, first comment ever, and it's something worthy of being removed. Really, it's a really good sign. It's another charming individual. All right, first pitch to Diaz is low and away for ball 1. Wow. Of the 22 hits the Astros have in the series so far, 14 have been for extra bases. They have absolutely crushed us. This one has popped up. Rutschman's going to have a look, but it'll get back out of play. Ah. There you go. Right. Wow. Altuve's home run, folks. 445 feet. The guy's like 5'7". He's like 180 pounds soaking wet. If that. I might be way over. He is a very small guy. And he just took Suarez 445 feet. This pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Diaz. 1 out, runner at second. This one's hit on the ground hard and past Mateo's outstretched glove. Bregman's rounding third and will come in to score. Yainer Diaz with an RBI single. There's still only 1 out in the inning, and the Astros now lead 2-0. Folks, we're going to need to have a discussion about this Orioles team. It's something I wanted to talk about a few games back, and every game since, I've got more reason to say it. But for now, we go on. 1 pitch, or 1 out, and the first pitch to Pena is top of the zone. Doesn't get the call to Suarez. Ball 1. Next pitch to Pena is hard hit, left field, and over the head of Hayes. It takes a strange bounce, and that's going to allow Diaz to turn third and head on home. It is now 3-0 after another extra base hit. RBI double for Jeremy Pena, and Suarez is getting lit up. Every ball put in play has been absolutely hammered off of Albert Suarez. Drew French is out to have a chat. Folks, we are through the looking glass right now. This Orioles team is not in trouble. We are going to be going to the playoffs this season. That I am not worried about. But I'll tell you this. We need another arm. And I'm not saying, Albert Suarez, you're the problem. Please. In fact, Albert Suarez has a very, very important role on this team, and that's what I want to talk about. Folks, there's something we don't have right now when Albert Suarez is in the rotation, and the Yankees don't have this thing either. You know what it is? It's called a long man, and you need a long man. And I'm telling you right now, we need another starter. We need to get Albert Suarez in the long man role. 1 out. Dubon at the plate, and this one is fouled away off to the right. Folks, I don't know how to talk about the subject without bringing up a painful memory, okay? 0-1 the count on Dubon, runner at second. 3 runs in here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch to Dubon is in there, strike 2. On the outside, or that's right down the middle. What am I doing? Is this freezing again? Come on. You got to be kidding me. That's the 3rd time. I'm going to have to find a completely different place to go. 0-2 pitch is lined back up the middle for a base hit. Pena rounds third. Pena scores. 4-0 Houston. Suarez is cooked. Suarez is cooked. And here's the deal. We don't have a long man. I want to talk about a couple of ball games where having a long man, even on a team as good as ours or the Yankees, is valuable. As Joey Loperfido will come up to hit now. When we beat the Yankees on Sunday 17-5, when Luis Gil was absolutely rocked in the 2nd inning, or maybe it was the 3rd, as this first pitch is a called strike to Loperfido. The Yankees don't have a long man right now either, and they were required to go out there and just use one middle reliever after the next for 7 innings plus. And what it required them to do immediately the next day was make a couple of roster moves because it absolutely wasted their bullpen. And folks, again, hate to bring up a bad memory as the 0-1 pitch to Loperfido comes in, and that's a called strike at the top of the zone, a generous call by the home plate umpire. 0-2 the count. 1 out only in the first inning. 4-0 Houston. Runner at first base. Folks, Game 2 of the American League Division Series against the Texas Rangers last October. Grayson Rodriguez gets the start. Grayson Rodriguez gets lit up and taken out in the 2nd inning of the ball game. As this pitch is in the dirt to Loperfido, is the biggest issue I had, the biggest criticism I had of my team for that whole season. Because once we got into the playoffs, I just wanted to see us make the right decisions, and we did not make the right decision on that day. Because while I do understand why we went to Danny Coulomb to get the final out of that inning, to get a lefty-on-lefty matchup, the fact that we brought out Brian Baker to start the top of the 3rd, and Brandon Hyde was just going to plan on using middle relievers for the remainder of that must-win ball game. As this ball is hit into right field, that's another base hit. Joey Loperfido keeps this going for the Astros, as Albert Suarez is out there absolutely suffering. Folks, Kyle Gibson should have been ready and prepared to come into that ball game. Now you're saying to yourself, BW, what, Kyle Gibson was going to be the savior? Not necessarily, but the role of the long man is to us, you give yourself a chance. If you go to the long, anytime you go to the bullpen, a pitcher might have it one day or they might not have it. But if a pitcher or if a starter gets taken out early, as the home plate umpire calls for time, and apparently it's going to be a pitch clock violation here on Albert Suarez. We've got 2 on, 1 out in the bottom of the first. The number 8 hitter, McCormick, at the plate. So when you have a long man, the idea is, he comes in. If he's effective, he can eat innings, and then he can get you up to that 6th, 7th inning, and then you can go back to using your bullpen in a normal way and play some matchups. As this ball is hit in the air to center field, thank goodness it's playable. Cowser makes the catch. Tagging and moving up to third base is Dubon, while Loperfido will stay at first. 2 down in the inning now. Right, exactly, Soren. And that's the role of the long man. You bring in a long man, and Suarez fits the bill for us perfectly. Suarez would fit that long man role perfectly for us in October, I personally feel. If we needed somebody to come in to try to figure out something, if one of our starters isn't effective, that's where I want him to come in. This one has popped up, and that'll end the inning. Thankfully, Cowser records the final 2 outs with a couple of catches out there in center field. Albert Suarez, 4 runs on 6 hits in the first inning. Man, oh man, we got a lot of work to do. We head on to the second inning, 4-0 Houston. So, folks, I've been sitting here, just flapping my gums about this for, 5 straight minutes or so now? Not sure exactly what people here in chat are thinking as far as what my opinion is, but, yeah, to me, what Brandon Hyde did in Game 2 back in October when he just started going one middle reliever after the next as early as the 3rd inning, it's something I've never seen before. I don't know about you guys in Charm City chat. Some of you are 10, 20 years older than I am. You've seen more baseball than me, but I've yet to ever see, especially in a postseason situation like that, where you just bring out one middle reliever after the next. Again, I would have understood in that situation if Gibson wasn't ready, if he needed more time to get loose in the bullpen, they go to Coulomb to end that second inning. But then, yeah, that would have given time to bring out Gibson to start the 3rd. Instead, we went to Brian Baker, and the rest is history. And I sat there for the rest of the ball game just shaking my head going, what are we doing? Just bringing out one middle reliever after the next. It doesn't make sense. Had it worked, great. It would have been a very innovative move by Brandon Hyde because, again, I've never really seen it before. But this is all to say, long story short, okay, the Yankees need this too. You got to have a long man. It's a very important part of the pitching staff, especially when you get in that postseason and you might have a starter that gets rocked. You got to keep the rest of that bullpen from getting taxed. I don't know. It's just something that I wanted to talk about. We got to go out there. We got to get another starting arm. We do. Hopefully, we're working on it. Is he on the 60 now? I heard Luzardo was removed from his last outing. He was scheduled to pitch in his last go-around. Austin Hayes is at the plate, by the way, folks. My broadcast is messing up. First pitch to him is ball 1. Here we go, folks. Top of the second inning. The 1-0 pitch is low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's a pitch inside, and the count is 2-1. Oh, excuse me, 3-0. I tell you what. Again, folks, 60% I'm working at today. Austin Hayes is hitting .385 in the month of June. That's good. That's a called strike, bottom of the zone. 3-1 the count. Hazy's leading off the top of the second. Can the Orioles respond after getting a huge blow in the first inning by the Astros? A 4 spot. Swing and a miss on a 3-1 pitch that was probably ball 4. And the count now full on Austin Hayes. Hey, I'll take 60%. And believe me, I'm going to have me a lucky or two, perhaps a special one. The payoff pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. Austin Hayes is able to take ball 4 easily, and we need it. That ball actually got away, and Hayes took a little bit of a turn after the first base bag, but he's at first base with a leadoff walk. Again, folks, if they're going to give us base runners, we gotta capitalize. As Jorge Mateo shows bunt and fouls it at the plate. I mean, right now, Houston fans, believe me, they just put up a 4 spot and they're celebrating, but right now they're going, what are you doing, Valdez? Walking the leadoff man when we got a 4-0 lead. Mateo fouls this one away. And the count now is 0-2 on Jorge. Mateo with some success against Valdez in his career. He's 3 for 7. I apologize. I'm finishing off a lozenge. And this one's hit on the ground to second base. Altuve with the flip to second for 1. And there won't be a relay throw, as obviously Mateo very fast down the line. That'll be a fielder's choice. Mateo will replace Austin Hayes at first base. And folks, I don't care if we're down by 4, and typically your base stealing aggressiveness tends to be more conservative when you're not only losing, but losing by more than 1 or 2 runs. This one is hit in the right field by Urias, but right at the right fielder, Loperfido. One pitch, and Urias is retired. 2 down in the inning. I mean, yeah, Jorge Mateo, go ahead and if you got a chance, swipe a bag. Colton Cowser's coming up, folks. I know right now the morale ain't feeling good, but we can get some moos and cows up in the chat. There's a called strike on the outside corner to Cowser. Cowser's down to 225 with the batting average. Oh, Rob, thank you for that report. And he gets in a moo. Lovely, Rob, lovely. The pitch is hit foul off to the right. Two down, runner at first. That runner is Jorge Mateo. Cowser's at the plate. But he's in a hole 0-2. Here comes the pitch. And that one is fought off foul on a pitch up and in. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Folks, it has to be said, you're watching Cowser hit at the bottom of the order now, and you're seeing him struggle the way he does. It really does feel like we're watching the Cedric Mullins slump play out again. Just another different player. This is a check swing on a breaking ball in the dirt. That's the first ball of this sequence. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And, of course, just like what's said, I'm rooting for Colton to get out of this slump. These things happen, folks. These things happen. One-two pitch coming now to Colton Cowser. Here it is. And that one is swung on and missed. Man, Cowser is struggling. That bat needed to be about 3 inches longer to get a piece of that baseball. The inning is over, folks. Cowser strikes out. We head to the bottom of the second. The Astros up 4-0 already. I tell you what, if they did want to make the lineup a little bit stronger, you got to admit, the way Mullins has been swinging the bat lately versus Cowser, you probably go Mullins over Cowser if you wanted the very, very strongest. And you're definitely not losing anything on defense that way. But I get it. I get it. You're trying to give everybody playing time. And, you know, Brandon Hyde's probably doing the thing with Cowser that he was doing with Mullins, which is saying, look, I'm going to continue to play you and get you at bats when I can because I want to see you get out of this slump. I believe in you. And eventually it's starting to turn things around for Ced. Who knows, Calvin? I don't know. I mean, it's a pitcher-to-pitcher thing. Holy cow, what happened? 4 runs in an inning. First of all, between this series and the Yankee series, a 4 spot, that's nothing. We've seen 9 spots, 7 spots, 6 spots. And Altuve just going nuts right off the bat, and Houston did not let up. I mean, it's right back to the top of the order with Albert Suarez out there again. This feels like This feels like an episode of Black Mirror right now. We're going to do it again. Albert Suarez facing the top of the Houston order for the second time in as many innings. 6 hits given up in the first inning. All right. Well, Albert, if you don't mind, go ahead and maybe throw one off the plate here on the first pitch. First pitch to Altuve is swung on, if you don't mind me saying, and fouled back. Hey, Altuve. Swinging at a first pitch in the zone for a change. Next pitch is outside. Not close. 1 ball, 1 strike. Absolutely true, Calvin. We definitely don't own the first 2-3 innings of a ball game typically. First time through the order, sometimes 2 times through the order. Here's a check swing and no swing, says the first base umpire on that Altuve. On that last pitch to Altuve. 2-1 the count. Here comes the next pitch, and this one's skied foul off to the right. 2-2 on Altuve. Suarez kicks and deals the 2-2 pitch, and there's a breaking ball in there, and Altuve gave up on it. See, there you go, Albert. I know you love to rely on that fastball, and it served you well, but sometimes you throw in that occasional breaking ball like that. Altuve's obviously looking fastball. Absolutely froze him. 1 out. And Bregman. Now suddenly the breaking ball is Albert Suarez's best friend. He throws another, but this one is low and away for ball 1. Next pitch is a little bit high. Hard to tell as the camera showed us that pitch from the behind the plate. 2-0 the count. That one's way high, and Rutschman unable to grab it as it bounces off the screen behind the plate. 3-0 now on Bregman. And Brandon Hyde has at least got a thing. I mean, this is the thing. Who do you go to in the bullpen early if you need to? You don't have it. This pitch is off the plate for ball 4. Bregman takes a 1-out walk. Folks, we have a rotation right now where we're asking Cade Povich, even if we get another arm and move Suarez to the pin, Cade Povich is still in the rotation. We got to get Dean Kramer back, and we got to get another arm. And I'm not dismissing Povich. I want to give him another chance, but we can't just sit here and go, yeah, we're fine with Cade Povich to the rest of the season in the rotation. No, but we don't know. We haven't seen enough of him. It's been a poor start, a very good start, and a start that was kind of in between where he only gave up the 1 hit but 5 walks. 0-1 the count on Yordan Alvarez. And the next pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1. Alvarez, 0 for 1 so far. Probably wondering why he wasn't a part of that 4-run rally in the first. Oh, yeah, I'm happy just to have an arm. Here's an inside-out swing to shortstop, and the Orioles are going to turn 2. How about that? Alvarez with a 1-hopper to Gunnar Henderson. To Ramon Urias. I keep forgetting. Wait, Mateo was covering. Wow, wait. So that ball was hit on the left side, and Mateo, the shortstop, was covering the bag on the double play. You don't see that too often. I guess because of the major shift with the lefty Alvarez, Mateo, the shortstop, probably playing right at the second base bag. So, yeah, Urias to Mateo to first for the double play to win the inning. We head on to the third now, 4-0 Houston, the Orioles. Hey, we've got the top of the order coming up. Come on, folks. Come on. Here's the plan. We get something back this inning. And then we take it from there. All right? I don't want to hear nothing. I'm going to tell you folks something that I said yesterday, and I'm probably going to repeat it a lot. I'm worried only about two things between now and playoff baseball, all right? There's only 2 days I'm worried about. The trade deadline and the final day of the season, of the regular season. And where we stand. That's all I care about. We're getting into the playoffs. I'm worried about the trade deadline. I'm worried about what moves we're going to make. How are we going to look? And are the players we bring in going to be effective? Or are we going to have another Jack Flaherty situation? I don't know. Only time will tell. But this is where, it's results like we've been seeing lately that definitely, excuse me, at least lends us, a report. We have an idea of what our needs are. We kind of already did, but we weren't exposed as much before as we have been in recent games here with what our weaknesses are right now. Here's a first pitch, and that's low, but Rutschman is given strike one. And Adley calls for time because he's probably upset about that call. And rather than bark at the umpire, he just goes into his zen mode. 0-1 pitch, and that one's chopped foul off to the left, 0-2. There you go. Yeah, Flaherty's doing fine in Detroit. Swing and a miss on an 0-2 pitch to Rutschman. Adley goes down on 3 pitches. 1 away here in the top of the third. Oh, boy. Yeah, folks, in general, I'm not worried about adding anything to the team offensively. I feel like whatever we might need. This ball's lined right field and down for a base hit. Ryan Mountcastle goes after the first pitch, and he's aboard with 1 out. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Folks, BW calls his shot. You see me? I'm pointing. I'm pulling the babe right now. Santander is pointing to the Crawford boxes in left field. And he's saying, look, enough of this crap. Let's make it 4-2 right here and now. Folks, get those taters up. We need something special going on here. First pitch is low for ball 1. Santander's got a hit today already. 1 of 2 for the Orioles. Mountcastle at first with the other hit. The 1-0. And that one's lifted in the air. Get out of play. Right side. And that ball will stay in play. My goodness. Mauricio Dubon, the first baseman, had to go a long way in the foul ground up near the screen as Santander pops out for out number 2. All right, well, folks, that's the exciting thing. Normally we're like, all right, well, who can we rely on if Tony can't help? Well, today we got Gunnar hitting behind him. Let's see what Henderson can do. First pitch to him is a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Oh, We can go ahead and remove that here. Folks, we're going to head on over here. Hey, thank you, number 1306. Welcome aboard. We're hoping for some luck from the sub screen right now, as this ball is fouled away by Henderson. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at first. All right. I'm less annoying than the Astros broadcast team. A ringing endorsement for the Orioles BirdWatcher channel. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Gunnar. Hit on the ground hard, but right at first base. That ball is picked by Dubon. He goes to the bag for the unassisted putout to end the inning. The Orioles get another man on and can't get him in, and they have been shut out through 3 frames. We go to the bottom of the third. Houston 4, Baltimore nothing. All right, folks, it's time for your boy to have a lucky. You know what I mean? We need all the lucky we can get. See, it's games like this where I really don't even want to even go off air because, it's coming up on 2 a.m. your boy's time. But I know it's like, but you know what, folks? Here's something I want to bring up. Look, I want to appeal to everybody out there, and I certainly don't want to alienate any of the younger audience that might want to tune in, and anybody who wants to become a fan of baseball. I want to be as welcoming as John Miller was to me when I turned on the radio back in 1988 and started tuning into ball games on a regular basis. But listen, this channel skews old, all right? We're a bunch of old farts. We're a bunch of boomers, apparently, because I looked at the analytics, and pretty much 90% of my audience is 40 and up, all right? So if that's the case, then I might as well lean into it. You know what I'm saying? I may as well just lean into this thing and not worry about it too much anymore, you know? Everybody getting an ad for a adult diaper? Everybody is offended. Folks, you're as old as you feel, all right? Believe me, there's some things physically and mentally where I feel about 245, and then there's parts of me where I still feel like I'm 11 years old. Albert Suarez is up here now in the 3rd inning. Man, Yainer Diaz at the plate again, and the first pitch is fouled straight back. All right. That's quite the it really lifts up the room there, Book Doc. Sorry to hear that. This one is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Diaz, leading off the bottom of the 3rd. Oh, I should open up my screen door, shouldn't I? I need to do that. I'm going to smoke up the room. The 1-2 pitch is hit on the ground and backhanded by Urias. A crazy throw, and it gets away. It's probably actually going to just go down as a base hit. That was a very difficult play to get off, and no guarantee he would have beat the base runner. But the throw was way offline without a whole lot on it. But luckily, Diaz wasn't turning and trying to go to second base. So that will go down as just a single. A leadoff single. Another leadoff base runner for the Astros. Man, it's been all series long. Jeremy Pena at the plate. 1 for 1 with an RBI double. First pitch to Pena is in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is chopped foul off to the left. No balls, 2 strikes on Jeremy Pena. We are in the bottom of the third, folks. 4-0 Houston. Runner at first. The 0-2 to Pena's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, everybody's hating on Urias. Urias was just starting to come around. Man, now everybody's back on the get rid of Urias now train. I mean, I get it. I mean, folks, I'll be honest. Of all the guys on the roster, as this one's roped in the left field by Pena. Man, that ball sizzled off the bat. Suarez, I mean, it's like we're just going to leave him out there to... It's unfair to Suarez. It's unfair to him. I feel like if one of our established pitchers in the rotation were getting hit around like they are, then they would be removed. And a guy like Suarez would come in. But it's almost like we're looking at Suarez as like, well, you're kind of like the mop-up guy anyway, so just... But, I mean, what are we doing? We don't want to get swept. We can't sit here and just capitulate. Dubon is up there to bunt. And Rutschman pounces on it, goes to first in time to get the first out of the inning. Boy, the Astros are absolutely putting their foot on our neck right now. Up 4 runs already, and up there moving 2 runners in a scoring position with a bunt. I mean, I can't blame them. I can't blame them. Joey Loperfido is at the plate. He's got a base hit in his first at-bat. There's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. No, don't get me wrong. I appreciate small ball myself. I'd like to see us do it more often in certain spots, but man, we're already up 4-0, and every time you swing the bat, you're pretty much hitting it 100 miles an hour off of Suarez. To be bunting there and doing it successfully, man, it hurts. That's painful. That pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike on Loperfido now. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the next pitch. This one is fouled off to the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Loperfido. Albert Suarez could do for a strikeout. Does he even have one today? I think he might have 1. Yes, 1 K. The 2-2 pitch. And he got a strikeout. How about that? He went way upstairs and Loperfido chased. All right, well, it is not a good day on the mound for Suarez, but if he can get out of this inning, that is a big strikeout for out number 2 with runners at second and third. Up steps Chas McCormick, and folks, with first base open and after what he did yesterday, I'd rather go after that catcher. McCormick shows bunt and pops it up to Suarez, who makes the catch. Like, what are you doing, Houston? Are you trying to embarrass us? All right. You know what? Challenge accepted. Folks, your boy the BirdWatcher is about to drop a bad word, so if you need one bad word to drop today, you've got a free pass. This is some bullshit right now, Houston. All right? This is some bullshit. You gonna try and embarrass us? You trying to embarrass us right now? Let's go. All right? It's still a 4-0 game. You think our offense can't come back from 4 runs? You think you're gonna do some little Little hokey pokey, whatever. What are you doing? You gonna bunt us to death? What are you doing? It's on. It's on now. Let's go. Now I'm mad. Look, I take every game to game. You know, I try to keep an even keel. And I'm not worried about this team. I'm not worried if we lost today. Folks, our longest losing streak of the season is 3. And until that is not the case anymore, I'm not going to worry about this team, okay? It could become 3 again today, but that's still not more than 3. We've just been too damn consistent. And it's a stretch that goes all the way back for not only this season, but all of last season and the second half of 2022. So I'm not worried, all right? But I do get mad when the opponent thinks that, they're just going to sit here and show us up like that. No way, no how. We're fighting back. Let's go. I'm pissed. Where's my special lucky so I can calm down? Where are you, special lucky? All right, I got a smaller version of one. I don't know. Here we go. Top of the 4th. Jordan Westburg set to lead off. Hayes and Mateo to follow. Come on, Baltimore. First pitch to Westburg is inside for ball 1. Now that's a special lucky. The 1-0. In there for a strike, bottom of the zone, 1-1. Yeah, but Riv, come on, man. A 2-out bunt? A 2-out bunt with second and third? What is that? Here's a swing and a miss by Westburg, 1-2. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Riv. I do. A 4-run lead. I get it, but I'm just telling you, the optics don't look good. There's a called strike 3 to Westburg on the inside corner as Valdez strikes out Westburg to lead off the top of the 4th. Who bunts with 2 outs? Maybe Ichiro or somebody like that who's like just brilliant. I don't know about Chaz McCormick. Here's a first pitch grounder to short. And wow. I don't even have a chance to announce Austin Hayes was at the plate. 2 down in the inning. Man, oh man, oh man. Pretty much garbage all year, Riv, but yesterday he hit a home run. He hit 2 home runs yesterday. He hit 2 home runs yesterday. He was the best bat in your lineup. And now he's laying down bunts on, I don't know, Riv. Look, you know your team better than I do. This pitch is ball 1 to Jorge Mateo. 2 down, nobody on. Mateo 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. 1-0 pitch is lifted foul off to the right. Oh, yeah, I'm smoking this one down to the nub. Down to the nub. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt. Mateo fooled. The count 1-2 now. 2 down, bases empty, and the Orioles are absolutely scuffling right now at the plate. The 1-2 pitch is lifted in the air and again foul. Out of play. Valdez is on 52 pitches. He's doing just fine in that department. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Kobe Mayo probably would have been the conversation right now, but yeah, the injury has set him back. To me, he's probably a September call-up at this point. As this pitch is in the dirt and actually gets a piece of Cesar Salazar, the catcher there, and he's going to get a chance to regain his composure. The umpire is going to go out and chat with Valdez. Not the home plate umpire. Looks one of the other umpires. Did that pop up and get him under the... yeah, the catcher. This catcher doesn't wear that little chin protector that drops down below the mask. And that ball might have bounced up and got him in there under that mask. No, it's not in our favor. I'm saying for him, it's not a problem. He's on, like 15 pitches per inning. Not even. 3-2 the count on Mateo. Here comes the payoff pitch. And a breaking ball swung on and missed in the dirt. Man, the Orioles just can't get it right. Can't get it right. Mateo strikes out to win the inning. Nothing doing in the fourth, and I mean nothing. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-0 Houston. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm telling you right now, this is a game where, look, win or lose, we got to show better than this. We got to show better than this. Win or lose. All I ask for is, a little bit of effort. And right now, it's just not looking good right now. Oh, man. Oh, absolutely, Brett X. It's going to be an absolute bidding war amongst us, the Yankees, and a couple other teams. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it an illness as much as sort of fatigue and some of the symptoms that you get from fatigue. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. A little bit. Not 100%. But thanks for asking. Thank you. I hope so too. Folks, I tell you what, nothing gives me more anxiety right now. Nothing about this Orioles team gives me anything near the amount of anxiety I have than the idea that I might not be able to call a game or I miss a game. I want to do them all. I want to document them all. I want to have a complete library of the entire season on record. And I'm just so damn optimistic that this is going to be a season that we're going to remember for a long time. Because I know we're getting in the postseason. It's just book it, folks. It's just, are we going to be ready this time? Are we going to be ready? I hope we are. Here we go. Salazar at the plate, the number 9 hitter, takes a called strike. Fastball right down Broadway there from Albert Suarez. Who, if he can somehow... By the way, he's only on 50 pitches, is Albert. He's not exactly in trouble in that regard either, but this one is going to drop in for another base hit. I mean, that's it, folks. I mean, this number 9 hitter that's gotten like 8 at-bats all season, now he's getting a leadoff hit. Have we not had a leadoff runner on base? And you get the number 9 hitter on, nobody out, and now you got to worry about Altuve. Well, the pitching as it stands right now isn't going to hold up till September. We got to add another arm next month. Sometime between now and a month from now, we need one more arm in this team. Danny Coulombe is going to be out, so even in the bullpen, we're down. First pitch to Altuve is off the plate for ball 1. Altuve led off the ball game with a 445-foot home run. This one is a chopper off to the left foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Man, if I hear the name Trevor Bauer one more time, I'm so done. I'm so done with it. There's plenty of other guys out there. It's a weird thing with this Trevor Bauer guy. This one is lined in the left, and thankfully a line drive right at somebody for a change. Austin Hayes makes the catch in left. Given the situation, maybe Bauer's, but he's not the only guy out there you can get. Yeah, but why aren't 29 other teams using that exact same philosophy unless there was something to it? Why aren't 29 other teams? Why is a team who's not even in it? If Bauer's saying, I'll take minimum salary, why isn't the worst team going out there to sign him and making their team a little bit better? Why aren't the Rockies signing him, right? Why aren't the Marlins signing him? Bregman swings and misses at the first pitch, and now he fouls off this one, so the count is 0-2. 1 out, runner at first. Something ain't right, folks. All right? Something ain't. Trust in us. If we sign him, there's a reason. If we don't sign him, there's a reason. And if I had to sit here and bet my life on it, I would guess we're not trying to sign him. Yeah, and all that stuff, I honestly, it's just, I don't even want to put in my 2 cents because it actually gets into something that's sort of against the rules of Charm City Chat, and that's all I'll say about it. This one's lined. That's a fair ball into the left field corner. Runners now are going to be at second and third with a double by Alex Bregman. Second and third, 1 out. And if the Orioles have any plans on coming back in this ball game, would be nice to know that there's somebody we could go to for what is clearly an ineffective Albert Suarez today. But I have yet to see any camera cut to the Oriole bullpen to show us any activity. Yordan Alvarez is going to be put on first base here for free to put a force at any base with 1 out in the inning. But now you're going to bring up Yainer Diaz, who's hit the ball extremely hard twice already. 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored. Here comes Drew French. I'm ready to get him out of there. But, again, it's like the Orioles said, well, we need him to go X amount of innings because we just... Look, folks, you got to think about it. We're playing one of the best teams in baseball starting tomorrow. It's not gotten nearly the hype of any of the 3 teams we played before this Astros series, the Braves, the Phillies, the Yankees. But the bottom line is the Cleveland Guardians are right there with us with their record. They are a good team, and we need to be as prepared as possible going into that series starting tomorrow. So, since we don't have a long man, and we don't want to use up our relievers like the Yankees did in the final game of that series, Albert Suarez is just going to have to go out there and try to eat innings no matter what the results are. Bases loaded now. 1 out. The chat with Drew French is over. Yainer Diaz at the plate. Here comes the pitch. And that one's lifted in the air, and it's going to be in medium depth center. Cowser gets a nice little jump. Let's see the throw. It's way offline. My God, Cowser. That was not pretty. Salazar scores on the sacrifice fly. The Astros now lead 5-0. 2 down in the inning and runners at first and second base. That throw in from Cowser was that was a dud. He put a lot on it, but man, that was way offline. I mean, that is you gotta work on that, Colton. Come on now. Jeremy Pena's at the plate, 2 down. Suarez steps off the mound. I'm 75 years young. Here comes the pitch, and a breaking ball swung on and missed. Boy, I tell you what, Suarez hasn't thrown that pitch a lot today, but when he does, it seems to have some pretty good results. I just feel like it's hard to criticize because he has overwhelmingly relied on his fastball, and the results have been there. He's coming into today with an ERA just a little over 2 and about 45 innings or so of work. It's hard to argue if throwing the fastball 80% of the time is working, but once you get hit around like you have in this ball game and you see the curveball working, throw it a little bit more. Mix it in a little bit more. This one is off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike on Pena. Yeah, I would imagine that ERA is going to take a hit. Popped up. This should end the inning. On the infield, the first baseman, Mountcastle, makes the catch, and that'll do it. It could have been a whole lot worse. The Astros do get a run, but the fact of the matter is innings are going away while runs continue to mount for Houston. It is now 5-0. 5 runs on 10 hits. The Orioles, meanwhile, no runs on just 2 hits. I mean, the Astros had 2 hits in the first 3 pitches of the ball game, and we're already on the board. We got 2 hits, period. We have got to get going here. 8, 9, and 1 due up. Man, give me something out of Urias and Cowser to start something. I'm not expecting both of them to get on, but please one of them get on, and then maybe Adley can get something going after that. But if it's 2 down and then Adley comes up, it's a wasted inning, and then Adley's out of that rally, and we got to get somebody on. For God's sakes, I might have to just roll a special lucky while I'm here. By the way, I've left this open for a while. How you doing, Charm City Chat? Hey, how's the like count going so far tonight? Oh, we can do a whole lot better than this, folks. We can do a whole lot better. Look, I know the team ain't doing great right now, but that doesn't mean Charm City Chat has to phone it in, right? Come on. We got 123 people here right now, not even half of you. I'm not trying to guilt trip you. Don't take it that way. I'm just merely giving you a nice, gentle reminder that there's a thumb right there at the bottom of your screen, and whoa, that's a lot of smoke. If you were to tap that thumb, thank you, right there, boom, we're up to 60 people, as I just crushed a gnat on my laptop. I've got gnat issues now. Ramon Urias. Come on, Ramon. The pitch is low and in for ball 1. Thank you, Akia. From Japan, did I send you a reply comment before? Are you that same person studying in Japan? This one is in the dirt. 2-0 on Urias. I'm too old school, David. On a 2-0 pitch, a 1-hop bounce to third base, and Urias grounds out. What's going on? All right, look, I'm mad at Arias with that AB. That's the best you can do on a 2-0 pitch? Man, 1 out. When the count got to 2-0, I'm thinking, all right, maybe he can draw a walk. And now Cowser's coming up. He's got the coldest bat in the lineup. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Any way you can get on base would be greatly appreciated. And this pitch is in the dirt. My memory isn't all that good. It lasts about 24 hours, and I think you fall into that timetable, so that's why I'm willing to brush off a bad game, because my memory only lasts 24 hours, folks. The power of the devil's lettuce. This pitch is low to Cowser, 2-0. Folks, if you want to believe, give me at least one cow in the chat. The emoji game, it's just, you guys got spoiled. This one is in the dirt, 3-0 on Cowser. He's got a 3-0 count, people. And that's the last hit I'll get off of that one. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. 3-1 the count. Whew. The pitch. That one's lined and a base hit in the right field. Colton Cowser. Okay. A seed has been planted. All right. A stake has been laid into the ground. With a few cows in the chat, Colton Cowser lines a 3-1 pitch into right field. And that'll get the top of the order up. Here's Adley. 0 for 2 today, and he kills lefties he's due. Come on, folks. First pitch to Rutschman is on the inside edge for a called strike. 1 away in the inning. Top of the 5th. The Orioles are 5 runs down. But so far, there's a swing and a miss. Adley, what's going on, buddy? Valdez is just, he's in the hitters' heads. I mean, when the hitters are looking fastball, he goes to that breaking ball low and in or low and away, depending on what side of the plate. And when they're looking for the breaking ball, he blows them away with the heat. The 0-2 pitch. That's one's hit on the ground. That's a double play ball. But the row, he's out. Pena initially fields the ball at short. The relay to second was off the bag. But Altuve able to readjust and get his foot on the bag in time to get the lead runner, Cowser. So it was looking like a routine double play ball to end the inning. Instead, it's a fielder's choice, and there's 2 down with Rutschman at first. Mountcastle coming up now. Mountie has a hit today. Just give me that 2-run homer. Come on, right center field. Get down, baseball. It will. Rutschman, though, has to stop at second. Really? With 2 down? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. With 2 away, aren't you running immediately? I know that ball's hit hard. But, man, I'm so used to seeing Adley go first to third on a hit like this. First and second, 2 down. Maybe it won't matter because Anthony Santander is up and he can hit one out right now. Folks, get those taters up. The pitch in the dirt, and it bounces in front of the catcher. Several feet. 1-0. Folks, your boy, the BirdWatcher, is ready to make a home run call. He is due. The Orioles, by the way, come into today having hit a home run in, 21 or 22 straight games. They broke their own franchise record in yesterday's ball game. The 1-0 pitch is in. Oh, a called strike. A bad call by the ump. Oh, my goodness. Look at that pitch location on your screen, folks. He calls that a strike. It's exactly parallel with the pitch he called a ball off the plate. The 1-1. That's low. 2-1. By the way, the timing with this interface has gone really, really well. Now that I'm sort of looking at it while commenting, I try not to look at that unless I need to figure out something. There's a breaking ball called a strike, 2-2 on the outside edge. Anthony Santander. We need you in the clutch right now, buddy. 2-2 pitch coming. 2 down, 2 on. Here it is. And that one's back up the middle, and Altuve's going to be able to easily just scoop it up and cross the second base bag with his foot to get the force and end the inning. That is 5 frames in the books for the Orioles at the plate. No runs. And that was our best chance yet. Could not cash in anything. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-0 Houston. All right, folks. What do you want to do? Let's bring up a nice light topic. You know, I'll continue to call the ball game. When things start to get a little interesting, we'll lock in. But, you know, it's also summertime on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Crack open another, actually, I got a little something special over here. What do I got over here? I got one of these things. I don't know, but I'm told, like, if you drink this, like, you'll feel really good. Whatever that is. All right? Anybody see that? I'm going to give it a try. It's 100% natural and stuff. All right. Got a weird cap on it, though. A little ASMR for you. All right. That's right. Prune juice, because, again, I can't say it enough. My audience skews that age. Man, we got Cleveland coming up tomorrow. But, folks, one thing for your boy, the BirdWatcher, very, very thankful. After today's ball game, we've got a whole bunch of night games in a row, which means I can just have a normal sleep pattern. And that's going to be nice as we wait for that day off that we've been due. Albert Suarez, first pitch is the curve for a called strike. I'm telling you right now, Albert, use that pitch more. The Astros clearly had a game plan. Just sit fastball and you'll be fine. Don't even think about it with the breaking ball. This one is popped up. And there you go. Another off-speed pitch. And even though it's put in play, it's not hit hard. They're hitting the crap out of your fastball, and it's taking you this long to figure it out. They cut to a lone Orioles fan in the stands who's just looking at his phone. Not a nice representation unless he's a bird watcher, of course, tuning in. Joey Loperfido takes a breaking ball for a called strike. And that's the cutter. 85? This one's in the dirt. 1-1. If you throw a 91 mile an hour four-seamer and your cutter is 85, that cutter better move, or else that's just waiting to get smashed. Loperfido fouls this one off to the right. The count is 1-2. Pull. Thanks for the... We try not to use that P word. Even on the other stream pool, I think that was kind of established, wasn't it? YouTube doesn't like that word for some reason. I guess if you can get away with it in chat, that's fine. But apparently, I'm not allowed to use it as the person speaking. But there you go. I don't know why. I mean, you know, it's not a word that I have any problem with, but YouTube does. I don't know why. Like, is pornography allowed? I think just the shortened version isn't allowed. It's yeah, a lot of people just say prawn. The best thing to do is just use prawn. Just, you know, have a little what do you call it? Here's the next pitch to Loperfido, and that is going to be ball 4 off the plate outside. A 1-out walk from Albert Suarez. And 5 innings from Suarez. Folks, if it comes down to where we somehow scratch some runs down across, and let's say this game winds up 6-3, I'm going to be like, well, maybe we could have got back into it if we had somebody to go to and we knew Suarez didn't have it in the first. I mean, to be fair, since the first, 1 run over 3 innings and a third isn't that bad, but oh boy. All right, folks. Want to know the count on Chas McCormick? He is 0 for 2 so far today. Next pitch is top of the zone. A little bit above it, to be honest, but we get the call. 1-1 the count. This isn't really a sipping drink. This is pretty much like a shot drink, I guess. There's a good heater from Suarez. A little bit above the zone. Close enough for McCormick to go after. And he whiffs. 1-2 the count. Suarez does now feel like he's sort of finding that right area. Locating the fastball a little better. And, you know, it's a little bit off the zone, but close enough that hitters want to go after it. And using the breaking ball a little bit more. There's a fastball again. Right there, same spot as the last one. This one's fouled away this time. 1-2 still the count on McCormick. Loperfido was off with that pitch. Man, how do you get Loperfido out? Here's a check on the runner. Loperfido's now back in sliding. Suarez is on 74 pitches. I have to think we go to the bullpen in the 6th, but there goes the runner. Loperfido, that pitch was in the dirt, and the throw is in the dirt as well to second base. Loperfido with the stolen base. He's now in scoring position with 1 out. So Houston's done just about everything he can think of today. A 445-foot home run to start things. They've played some small ball. They've stolen bases. They've bunted with 2 out in second and third. That's minuscule ball. This one is hit on the left side, foul by McCormick. The count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. But yeah, Houston's pretty much just showing us what a good offense does. And we are a good offense, and we're not doing it. Folks, we come into today's ball game first or second place in a whole bunch of major offensive categories. There's a swing and a miss, and Suarez gets a strikeout as McCormick goes down. Yeah, folks, we lead all of baseball in slugging percentage. Think about that. As a team, there's a diving stab of a baseball on a hard liner to first off the bat of Salazar in the first pitch. Ryan Mountcastle with a defensive web gem. Holy Toledo, folks. Even in a game that ain't going well, sometimes you'll see a moment where you can't help but tip your cap. Ryan Mountcastle with the quick reflex, saving that ball from going into the outfield. That will end the inning. We go to the top of the sixth. We've got the hat. The hat's been here. He is burning the midnight oil. Actually, it's about to be burning the 3 a.m. oil not too long from now. I've kept my back screen open this whole time. What's it been, like an hour? Hell, I might as well just fit another lucky in now. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. Your boy's going to limp his way to the finish line tonight. Again, I'm running about 60, maybe 65%. I'm thinking tomorrow I might be back to 90%. Pretty much good old BW again. Just in time for this Cleveland series coming up. All right, the Phillies have already knocked off the Diamondbacks, apparently 4-1. So congratulations to my boy Play-by-Play with JJ, who, by the way, just passed 3,000 subscribers. He's in the second season of covering his Phillies. So we got to start catching up with those Phillies. We're a year behind with JJ. We're going to have to catch up, right? We got to definitely catch up with Philly. Hey, Atlanta's still up on the Yankees 3-1, and that game is in the ninth inning. Folks, keep us informed, somebody, when that game goes final. Rays are ahead of the Pirates 3-1 at the end of 8 innings. Cleveland is winning again. I'm actually rooting for the Blue Jays in this one, folks, if you can believe it. All right, here we go, folks. Top of the sixth. I'll look at the rest of the scores in a minute, but now we're going straight to the sub-screen. Why? Because Gunnar Henderson is at the plate. And, folks, it looks like it's going to be a light night on the subs. Oh, there's a grounder to the shortstop. Gunnar Henderson is going to ground out on one pitch to begin the top of the sixth. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Everything we're doing is wrong. It's like, let's be aggressive and go after the first pitch, but it doesn't work out. Let's try to work a count, but then Valdez gets a strike out of somebody. Let's look off speed. Oh, nope, it's the fastball. All right, let me look fastball. Nope, it's the breaking ball. This has just been one of those days. Jordan Westburg, first pitch to him is a breaking ball off the plate for ball one. And the next pitch is out of the zone, 2-0. Way outside from Valdez. Credit to one of the Astro fans who's been tuning in this weekend who mentioned earlier that Valdez was either going to be difficult to hit with shutdown stuff or he's going to get lit up. He's not the kind of guy that just goes out there and gives up 2 or 3 runs. He's going to either put up a 0 or a crooked number. This ball's hit well by Westburg to left field. Look up, it's the Crawford boxes. That ball's gone. Bye-bye, birdie. The home run streak continues for the Orioles, and Jordan Westburg has finally got us on the board. His 13th of the season. Folks, he may be on pace for 30 home runs. My goodness, we are not halfway through the season yet, and Jordan Westburg, 13 home runs. Nobody saw the power in this guy's bat. Nobody. I mean, we didn't think he'd go out there and only hit 5 a year, but I think the expectation was somewhere in the 15 to 20 range. No, he's got way more power than we were talking about. Jordan Westburg gets us on the board. Here's Austin Hayes. First pitch is a check swing on a pitch in the dirt. And actually, that was the second pitch. I guess they were showing the highlight of the home run a little too long. 1-1 is the count now on Hayes. This one's hit hard on the ground, but right to Altuve. Over to first in time, 2 away. All right. Oh, Akia. So there you go, Akia. Credit to you. No need to laugh about it. You made a point. But of course, as soon as I bring it up, Westburg goes yard. But Valdez has done pretty well today. Otherwise, here's Mateo. He lifts one to right field, and it will drop into play, but in foul ground. 0-1 the count on Mateo. 2 down, nobody on. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's good, because in the 21st century, that seems to be what human interaction's all about. I don't know what you're talking about. Here's a ground ball to short by Mateo. He'll get thrown out, and that's the inning. But the Orioles do get a run. It's something. It's a building block. It's a little bit of a sniff of offense. Maybe we can get it going in the final 3 innings. But for now, we go to the bottom of the 6th. And I'm going to have a feeling maybe we go to the bullpen. Hey, Bill, you have to watch the Euros now. What's the big match today in the Euros? What's the big... Costa Rica isn't in the Euros. Who are you watching? Who are you watching, Bill? What's the big game on tap? Germany and Switzerland. All right. Well, obviously, Germany would probably be the favorites, I would assume, unless their team has gone to absolute crap. Germany's always a favorite in any European or World Cup tournament. Switzerland's up 1-0 right now? Wow. Who's got the goal? Hey, does Xherdan Shaqiri still play for the Swiss? Let me know if Shaqiri still plays for the Swiss team. Caitlin Clark at 4. All right, looks like Albert Suarez's day is finally over. Dylan Tate is out on the mound now. 5 innings for Suarez, 5 runs on 10 hits. Not too good. All right, Bill, take it easy, buddy. Come on back tomorrow, man. We got a big series against the Guardians, and we need all the support we can get. Tate comes in the first pitch, Altuve's hacking, and he comes up empty on a pitch up and in. 0-1. I'll be right back. Sometimes bad, sometimes he looks really good. This is one's a flare, sort of reached out there. Not really a flare, but Altuve really reached out over the plate to try and pull a baseball. And that's going to hang up there for Colton Cowser to make the catch for out number 1. Stand by. I just want to close my screen door. All right. Alex Bregman's up 2 for 2 today with a pair of doubles and a walk. Probably one of his best days at the plate all year. That one's a called strike on the outside edge, and Bregman does not like the call. It is a little bit off the plate. Got to close that barn door. What do you think this is? Are you raised in the barn? Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That ball is way off the plate outside. That ball did not leave Tate's hand well. Oh, your boy needs to relax. This pitch is off the plate as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. We are in the bottom of the 6th. The Orioles are running out of outs and are in danger of getting swept for the second time this season. As this ball is hit up towards second, Westberg makes a hell of a stop, but he's not going to be able to recover in time to even get off a throw. It'll be an infield hit for Alex Bregman. 3rd hit of the ball game, 4th time he's reached in 6 innings. Tell you what, I'm willing to bet you this is the best day at the plate this year for Alex Bregman. I mean, he hasn't gone deep, right? But I mean, he's reached 4 times with 3 hits today. Here's Yordan Alvarez, 0 for 2. He was intentionally walked his last time up. He takes off the plate for ball 1. Oh, my diet is not lacking in devil's lettuce at all, Soren. In fact, it's a major. If BW had his own personal food pyramid, you know, like those nutritional food pyramids, the base of that pyramid would be devil's lettuce. That's the big chunk of the pyramid down there at the bottom. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, and Yordan chases 1-2. I tell you what, Alvarez, yeah, he had one really big hit in this series. Otherwise, has not really looked very good at the plate. It has to be said. I figured he's the guy we need to worry about the most. And he takes a called strike 3. Wow, Tate gets the call on a pitch right at the top of the zone on the outside corner. I mean, that is a pitch that is that's about half an inch above the zone. It is just a bit off the zone. I mean, it on a 2-strike count though, you really should probably be going after it. It's close enough. Here's Yainer Diaz with 2 away, and he takes inside for ball 1. 5-1 Houston. We are in the bottom of the 6th. The runner at first, 2 down. Diaz has had a good day today. Couple of hits. He takes low and away, 2-0. Yankees have lost. I repeat, the Yankees have lost. So, folks, we might get swept, and the game that we lost ground on, because the Yankees did win one in this weekend. This is a line drive base hit in the left field. Diaz with his 3rd hit today, and he has reached base, I think, 4 times now. Unbelievable. 2 on, 2 out for Jeremy Pena, who also has 2 hits today. So, folks, that just shows you how big that Yankee series is and getting that head-to-head win. Yeah, we're going to lose a game because the Yankees, and I'm only saying this if we don't get the result we want today. At worst, we lose a game, but that's not so bad. Going down 1 game were we to get swept, which I don't want. First pitch to Pena is a strike. I'm just trying to look at it through an optimistic lens, no matter what the result is. This one swung on and missed off the plate. 0-2 the count. That one was outside, and Pena chased. Keegan Aiken, the lefty, getting loose for Baltimore. The man believes. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. 0-2 pitch is lifted in the left. This could be trouble. Going back on it, and a leaping attempt by Hayes goes awry. That did not work out. The Astros are going to score a run here, make it 2 runs. Wow, did the runner from first come all the way around? It's a 2-run double for Jeremy Pena, and the Astros now lead it 7-1. Rut Row is right. Rut Row, we are in danger of being swept for the second time this season after going 2 years without getting a sweep. Or without being swept, I should say. Mauricio Dubon takes off the plate outside for ball 1. Folks, I know. Look, if we're going to lose, we're going to lose. So if Houston puts 2 more runs up at this point, it doesn't even matter. If we're going to lose, we're going to lose. Again, if we can do our job against Cleveland, I'm not going to worry too much about this series. There's a lot of baseball left to play. There's more than half a season left to play, folks, and we're still on pace to win well over 100 ball games. Next win is win number 50. As long as we get it in the next 4 games, we're still going to win 100 games. Here's a ground ball to third. Arias goes to first in time, and the inning is over. Dylan Tate comes in and gives up a pair of runs on a 2-run double by Jeremy Pena. The Astros now are up by 6. It's their largest lead of the ball game. We head to the 7th. Houston 7, Baltimore 1. Yes, we were swept by the Cardinals last month. That is the first time we've been swept. You have to go all the way back to the series when Adley Rutschman was called up, when we went on a streak of 2 years plus without getting swept until that Cardinals series. And now here a month later, we are on the verge of getting swept again. And, of course, postseason play not included, but you can go ahead and toss that in if you want. Oh, yeah, yeah. And again, that's still a model of consistency for me, Sean. If your longest losing streak in a season is 4 in a row, you're going to be just fine. And if we lose today, that's back to 3 in a row again. If we lose tomorrow to Cleveland and it's 4 in a row, I'm going to start looking around and going, all right, we got to do something now to, shake things up. But right now I'm not worried. I'm just not. Yeah, and again, I looked at this month of June when this season was going to start with the idea that we were going to win 100 wins at least, and maybe in June still only play about 500. And so far, if somebody wants to add it up right now, I would love to know, what is our June record as it stands and with a loss today in mind? As Ramon Urias looks at a first pitch breaking ball from Valdez in the dirt for ball 1. Valdez is out here for his 7th inning of work. What is our June record as it stands today? If anybody can figure that out, I'd like to know. This pitch is low, 2-0. There's one right in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Come on, folks. Somebody has a homework assignment. Isn't somebody bored enough to look that up? The June record. This one is off the plate. Just add them on up. Add them right on up. Don't tell me Charm City's bad at math. 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball. Upper part of the zone, but hittable. Arias could not make contact. Full count on the leadoff man here in the top of the 7th. (13-8). Thank you, Brett X. How about that? This one's hit on the ground to the left. Third base. Bregman over to first in time. Urias retired to begin the 7th. Cows are up next. 13-8, folks. 13-8. Does that include, Brett X, does that include today or not? Like if we lose today, is it 13-9, or are you counting today as loss number 8? Here's Colton Cowser at the plate. And that's a called strike. Tough pitch there from Valdez. Bottom of the zone on the inside corner. Okay, so let's go ahead and say we're potentially 13-9. Yeah. I'm just saying potentially. If we're 13-9, that ain't so bad. We're playing with house money, folks. We're playing with house money. And did that ball hit Cowser? He backs out of the way. 2-1 the count. What is this ad popping up on my screen that I can't get rid of? What is this? I'll just have to wait and refresh. This pitch is fouled at the plate, and Cowser's helmet goes askew on his head. That looked a little cartoonish. 2-2 pitch to Cowser. It is hit on the ground right side and foul. We'll do it again. Hey, I tell you this. I've already looked ahead of the Cleveland series at the Rangers series. I'll tell you this. The Rangers, man, you want to talk about a team that doesn't have a very impressive rotation, considering they're coming off World Series champions and expected to be, you know, a force in the AL West. The 3 guys they got lined up to face us, not too intimidating, as Cowser swings and misses, and this inning is not over yet. Is that 2 down? 96 pitches for Valdez. He's about to get 7 innings in the books, man. All right. So, yeah, the Texas series, I think, which game? It's either the first or second game in Texas. That marks the halfway point of the season. So, again, as long as we just get 1 win in the Cleveland series, we're still on pace for 100. All right, Adley Rutschman's first pitch is a strike. Rutschman 0 for 3 today. This one is low and in, 1-1. Yeah, Matt, the wearing down part you're talking about, I brought it up in game 1 of this series, and I got roasted for it in chat because people were thinking that just because I was talking about it early in the ball game that they thought I was giving up on the game or whatever. But I was just trying to be realistic. Like the amount of intensity of those three series back to back to back, the Braves, the Phillies, and the Yankees, and the Orioles left everything out on the field for all three of those series. It's not out of the ordinary to hit like a flat, patch during a long season like this, because you can't keep up that the level of play they were at during those three series is not a level of play that you can keep over the course of 162 games. This ball's hit in the right field for a base hit. Adley Rutschman with his first hit of the ballgame, a 2-out single. So, yeah, it's all about just it's an endurance test, folks. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You got to manage things. Just like your boy right here. This is my first year of experience of doing this thing I'm doing, and I'm learning a whole lot about managing things when it comes to like this situation we're facing right now in June. 1 day off. It takes its toll. Believe me, I know. As there's a meeting on the mound here. 2 down, Ryan Mountcastle is going to be up the plate next. Adley Rutschman's at first base. Valdez is over 100 pitches. Oh, wow. They are showing a replay of an at-bat Ryan Mountcastle had off of Valdez last year where he hit a 472-foot home run. He's got a couple hits today. Whoop, there goes the voice. See what I'm talking about, people? That's why you need days off in the season, so you can rest. And these Orioles have only had one and will not get another one for another week. The 0-1 pitch to Mountie is hit on the ground, foul off to the left. It's a good point, Pocket Watch. And folks, for games like this, when you guys are sticking around and tuning in, it makes your boy proud because I never give up on this team. Folks, I found a couple of Yankee streamers who just turned their stream off. This ball's hit to short by Mountcastle. He will go the long way to first to get the third out of the inning. Rutschman gets a hit, but that's it. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Astros ahead 7-1. Yeah, folks, listen to this. Your boy, just because he loves to check around and see what other streamers are doing who are following a specific team, he was very interested to see how the Yankee streamers out there were handling that 17-5 loss on Sunday. Or not Sunday, on Thursday. And I found not one but two streamers who just cut their stream off. Just said, all right, that's it. I've seen enough. One guy did it after Luis Hill got knocked out in the second or third inning. It was only like 6-0 at the time. He just gave up a half hour into the ball game. You think your boy would ever do that? You think your boy would ever do that to Oriole fans listening out there? Never. Never. Your boy will call every game. First pitch to last, no matter what's going on. That is not a fan. What are you doing? Creating a channel where you're trying to build an audience who are tuned in to listen to what's going on in the ball game, and you're just going to check out because you're not happy with the score? Unforgivable. That is like breaking the Hippocratic oath of live sports streaming. Unforgivable. Hey, Rob, are you around? Rob knows what I'm talking about. There's one guy in particular he spent I was watching like a solid hour of during the game where he's like just looking at his phone and eating burritos. And another guy who had a lot of stories about gang turf in Providence and that he knows he's got friends in the FBI. Nobody's calling balls and strikes. Nobody's doing any sort of a broadcast. It just made me feel a whole lot better about what I'm doing. I'm like, all right, I know I'm still got a bare bones presentation here and everything. I got some things I need to upgrade, but at least I'm calling the game, for crying out loud. I tell you what, the Oilers, they might not have had a lot of great years, but they were a fun team to watch. If you're talking about the Warren Moon years, anyway, the run and gun offense, those Oilers teams are fun to watch. I know they didn't pan out for them, but I don't know anything about NBA, WNBA stuff. I am the man. I don't want to be the man because my whole life I've always been fighting the man. So if I become the man, then now I'm the enemy. Okay, how about, can I be the dude? Wait. No, wait. I got something better. Can I be the shiznit? I would prefer to be known as the shiznit. I want to go back with a retro term. All right, folks. Joey Loperfido. There you go. You got the spelling right and everything. Keegan Aiken on the mound. First pitch to Loperfido's in there for a strike. The sizzle. Hey, do I have Riz? That's what the kids like to say. Does BW have Riz as this pitch is fouled straight back? No balls and 2 strikes on Loperfido. Because if I don't have the Riz, then I probably shouldn't be doing this. For shizzle? All right. Yup. Hey, folks, if there's one pearl of wisdom I can pass along today in this game that's not going so well as that pitch is off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just want to pass along one little piece of wisdom. That one is a called strike 3, top of the zone. Aiken gets a strikeout to begin his outing. Loperfido goes back to the bench. Folks, if nothing else, I just want to say, drop that 0 and get with the hero. Yeah. Yup. All right, here we go. Chaz McCormick takes off the plate for ball 1. McCormick is 0 for 3 tonight. The shizzle o'rizzle. Calvin, I love it. That is BW's official nickname. Can I be the OG shizzle o'rizzle? That would be just a little more street cred. 2-0 the count on McCormick. Next pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. Houston up 7-1. A lefty's up for the Astros in the bullpen. So Framber Valdez's day is likely over on 7 innings. McCormick fouls this one off in the count 2-2. Yo, the word on the street is that the OG BW B-Dubs is the OG Shizzle O'Rizzle, bringing you the action, even though he might be in traction, as this one's fouled back. 2-2 to count. Anxiety starting to mount. That's right. I'll go 8 Mile right now. Who wants a rap battle? Take on BW. Let's go. 2-2 pitch. is fouled back. And the count's still 2-2 on Chas McCormick. Yeah, that's right. Remember, folks, I lived a little closer to D.C. I was part of that go-go scene in the 80s, early 90s. Why? Because my older brother would not stop playing it. Here's a ground ball to Urias at third. He'll throw to first in time, and McCormick is retired. So if you want to talk about a little junkyard gang, you would want to talk about a little Chuck Brown, a little go-go, a little EU. Yeah, you still hear the EU drums doing the butt. Hey, sexy, sexy. When you get that notion, put your butt filled in motion. Hey, doing the butt. Hey, sexy, sexy. Hey, Salazar is taking a strike. The next pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ain't nothing wrong if you want to do the butt all night long. This one's fouled back. 1-2 the count. That's right, the man. Ain't nothing wrong whatsoever. In fact, where's Booty Smacker? If there was ever a time for Booty Smacker to make a cameo. Hey, speaking of cameo, somebody tell me what's the word up. 2-2 the count. When are the Orioles gonna score some runs? Here's the 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul off to the right, and your boy is officially lost his mind. I'm basically in the shower. I might as well be in the shower. This is me in the shower, just singing made-up lyrics. We're going to get runs in the 8th. Okay, you know what, the man? I'm making a promise. We will get runs in the 8th. I just don't know if it's going to be 2 or 6. We kind of need 6. Well, we're going to get something. All right? Hang in there, Sean. 2-2 pitch to Salazar is hit on the ground. Mountcastle's got it. Unassisted put out at first base. And the inning is over. Keegan Aiken with a nice inning. He keeps the Astros off the board. We go to the 8th. It'll be Santander, Henderson, and Westberg. Hey, this is a team that can put up a 6 spot anytime. That's all I know. And Framber Valdez's day is over. And anytime you bring in a new pitcher, you never know, folks. As bad as this game has been so far, if there was ever a time for something to happen, this is it. Right here, right now, Jesus Jones style. You think they'd bring in Presley when they're up 6? I don't know. A lefty was getting loose. I forgot the guy's name. But I'm pretty sure they're going to a lefty that's not one of the more high-leverage guys. It's not Abreu. It's not Presley. And it's not Hader. It's another guy. That might be it. If you got a lefty named Scott, then yeah, I'm 99% sure that's the name I saw. It ain't over till it's over. Yeah, I mean, look, folks, we're setting up this part of the order, and if we don't do anything, then it's going to be the bottom of the order in the 9th, down 6 runs, and we just can't expect anything to happen with that. So, yeah, we got to do something here. Because a brand new pitcher is about to come on. And again, the Framber Valdez show was not good for us, but it's over now. And again, we're a team that, strong enough to put up a 6 spot on a pitcher that don't got nothing. We just got to hope this guy, Brian King, sorry, Akia. It's Brian King, the lefty, making his 32nd appearance. Oh, actually, forgive me. As the first pitch is hit by Santander to left field, right to Yordan Alvarez, who's playing on the track in that short left field. This guy's making his major league debut. His 31 appearances before now were in AAA, so this is a new call-up for the Astros. Brian King from AAA. And on one pitch, he retires Anthony Santander. Gunnar Henderson at the plate, and he takes a strike right down the middle. Here's a called strike 2. Gunnar is 0 for 2 today. Folks, the Yankees already lost today. Keep that in mind. This one's fouled back. We got to worry about Cleveland. They got a hitter over there, Stephen Kwan. This guy's hitting like 400. The only reason why he's not showing up on the leaderboard is due to a lack of at-bats. There's a called strike 3. Wow. King, making his major league debut, just struck out one of the best hitters in the league on 3 pitches. 4 pitches. Gunnar did have a foul ball in there. Man, oh Shevitz, not looking like our night as your boy gets a little bit of gas up there in the esophagus. All right. We've got 4 outs left to play with, down 6 runs, 2 down, nobody on for Westberg. This one's hit on the ground to first. Dubon will take it to the bag, and the inning is over. This game is slipping away quickly. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Houston up 7-1. Well, ain't nothing even the hat can do about this. Ain't nothing even the hat can do about this. I told you if we went 1-2-3 in the 8th, then it's going to be extremely hard to expect a comeback now between having half the outs to play with and the fact that the bottom of the order will be due up next. It does look like it's going to be a game that's going to be around 2.5 hours again, yeah. I think last night was only like 2 hours and 25 minutes, something like that. Well, hey, we get on the plane, we go back home. We get on the plane, we go back home. The Orioles go back to everything that they're used to, go back to their homes, get into their beds, get a good night's sleep, wake up knowing that we got a big series ahead of us, put this one behind us. It's, oh man, look, folks, if this game had more on the line, I would be like, folks, I'm still not out of it. 6 runs down going in the 9th. I don't care who they bring out there. But, I got to reserve that kind of energy for when it matters most, all right? I'm just being a little bit realistic. I hope you don't think I'm not behind my team here. I want them to win, but man, 6 runs down. And we got to get the top of the Astros order out here before we even get a chance to do something else. Altuve, Bregman, and Alvarez one more time through this. And it's going to be Nick Vespi on the mound here for the bottom of the 8th. Another lefty. And Altuve fouls back the first pitch. No balls and a strike. Oh, boy. Folks, I know this is going to sound corny, but I swear I feel like I am tethered to this team like Elliot was to E.T., all right? Like whatever E.T. is feeling, I'm feeling it vicariously somehow and vice versa. Your boy ain't feeling 100%. This team right now ain't looking 100%. As this ball's lined in the left field for a base hit, Altuve says, I'm not going to be happy unless I have a 2-hit game. And now he does. A leadoff single in the 8th. The tiniest guy on the field. Look at him standing next to Ryan Mountcastle. How does this guy do it? It is amazing how incredible of an offensive player he is at his size. Here's Alex Bregman, who's had a crazy day, 3 for 3. Make it 4 for 4 as he swings at the first pitch and lines it into center. Back-to-back hits off of Vespi. And the Astros are looking to pour on here. 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Is that what's going to happen to man? At least you put in the wink. Thank you for putting in the wink. Yordan Alvarez. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Tell you what. It really does speak to Yordan's struggles, considering pretty much everyone else in his Houston lineup's been hitting the crap out of the ball all weekend. As he swings and misses here, it's 0-2. Yordan is 0 for 3 today. He's reached once on an intentional walk. Yeah, absolutely, Nicholas, because that's an amazing play, and that's part of the reason why I like baseball beyond just the result. I'd love to watch amazing things happen on the field. I'd love a triple play. Here's a line drive that just stays foul to the opposite field there by Alvarez. Excuse me. I was mixing up Vespi and Alvarez. Yeah. There is nobody on that side of the field with the shift on against Yordan. 0-2 the count. 2 on, nobody out. And this one's crushed. You can see it off of the... Oh, it's not crushed. Altuve is going to tag and go to third on a fly ball that's caught out there in right center. Boy, Yordan, that swing, it looks so natural that when he does hit it and it jumps off the bat like that, you just immediately think it's going to the seats. That ball was nowhere near leaving the yard. Had your boy fooled. First out of the inning, Alvarez 0 for 4. Yainer Diaz 3 for 3 plus a sac fly. And he's up there hacking first pitch. He fouls it away off to the right. 15 hits today for the Astros. I mean, I don't know how many hits they've had in this series, but it's got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of, I think they had it's got to be over 40. This one's hit in the right field. Caught by Cowser. Altuve will tag and come in to score on the sacrifice fly. The Astros add one more. They are now up by a touchdown. It is 8-1. Folks, anybody in the Baltimore area got some time off this week? Maybe go out there and help pack the yard for this Cleveland series, because we need all the support we can get. We need all of it. 2 down. Here's Jeremy Pena. He takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Pena has 3 hits today. What's going on, Seeley? This one is swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. So it's going to be hot out there, huh, Jew Brownie? This one is in the dirt. 2-1. Well, folks, first day of summer was that 17-5 game. I think we can do well when we get back to Baltimore. You know, we come out here, New York, Baltimore, it's that East Coast thing. Folks, we've done so well in division play. We're playing teams up and down the East Coast, all the way as high as Toronto and all the way down to Tampa Bay. We do well on the Atlantic coast. Check swing here by Pena. 3-1 the count as he did not swing. 2 down, runner at first. A run in. Houston up big. Anniversary. What are you celebrating there, Seeley? There's a called strike. There's all kinds of anniversaries. Is it a wedding? I guess that's the default anniversary. Here's the payoff pitch to Pena. That's hit on the ground to short. Mateo has it over to first. That's a low throw, but Mountcastle's got it, and the inning is over. We go to the 9th. 27 years wed today for Seeley. Folks, the Orioles are down 7 as we go to the 9th. They'll be bringing up the bottom of the order. We are not in good shape. We'll see what happens. But, hey, while we have a chance, congratulations, Seeley. 27 years. Got married in the 90s. Oh, man, that means the year you got married, I was 20 years old. And, man, when I was 20 years old, I was living it up. I was doing all the things. Just 2 runs in the last 17 innings. So today's one run was the Westberg solo, or am I thinking of yesterday? I can't even think straight anymore. Yeah, the Westberg solo, that's today. And that's it. Man, oh man. And I looked at this lineup today, and I'm going, all right. We finally said, James McCann, you don't have to play. We're going to build up a lineup to face a lefty that gives us a little bit more offense. Where is it? We need an arm. Dean Kramer, come back. There you go. I love it. Let it go. Good idea. Yeah, folks, again, we're going back home. We're going to wind up 2-4 on a road trip. You know, on a road trip, if you go 3-3, you're like, all right, it's not great when you're, but it's such a small difference. 3-3 is like, you know, you'll take it, whatever. It's a road trip, especially when we're talking about Yankees and an Astros team that maybe not be doing so well so far this year, but they've got plenty of experience and success in the past with a lot of the players on this team. But, man, we've been looking flat here in Houston. Let's get back home. First pitch to Austin Hayes from Contreras, who's now in the ball game. Right-handed pitcher is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Next one is hit on the ground, foul off to the left, and Hayes is in the hole 0-2. The next 3 batters in this final inning are 0 for 8 so far tonight. Great. By the way, there's a defensive change. Jake Myers is into the ball game, playing center field. Hayes gets into one in the left, and this one's going to get down and bounce up against the scoreboard. Hayes is chugging into second. He'll have a leadoff double. Oh, my God. Did I just Peter Brady that call? Lead off double. When it's time to rally, you've got to rearrange. Austin Hayes with a double. Turn on the sprinklers. We got a man in scoring position. Jorge Mateo. All right. Thank you, Dirk. I almost called you Dick. Sorry. Not that if your name was Dick, it'd be a problem. Here's a ground ball to short, and there's a play at the bag there at first as the foot was off the bag there a little bit, but contact was made. Mateo is retired. Hayes moves up to third with one out. Where's Danny Mendick when you need him? One out in the ninth. Ramon Urias. First pitch swung on and missed. Chasing one inside. Let's go back to Baltimore. We'll feel a lot better. Up and in on Urias. 1-1 the count. We'll go back to Baltimore. Yeah. Every little thing is going to be all right. This pitch is up and in. That's the second one up and in on Urias. 2-1 the count. Runner at third, one out. Ramon. I mean, you kind of have to at least get Hayes in here. You got a job to do. Lifted in the air to right. Coming in on it. This is going to be a play at the plate. Let's see. No. Hayes does not try. Why not? Just take off. I don't care if he gets thrown out the plate. At least give me an exciting play to look at. 2 down, runner at third. I knew that ball was coming in shallow. I could see the right fielder coming in, but man, come on. Colton Cowser, folks. Last gasp for the Orioles. 2 down in the ninth. Pitch is in the dirt for ball one. We are 1 out away from being swept. Second time this season. But also only second time since 2022. That's not so bad. This one swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I can feel my words slurring as I'm running out of gas. One pitch. In there, strike 2. The Orioles are down to their last strike. Oh, boy. Folks, I want to thank everybody that's been here through this game today. You guys that have stayed through are real fans. Just know that. 1-2 pitch to Cowser is upstairs 2-2. And also, just one more nod to Miss Janet Hill, as this is Janet Hill Appreciation Day. Of course, I picked the worst damn day to do it, but this one's popped up by Cowser. Will it stay in? Yeah, that's in the end. That's going to be out number 3. Shortstop goes out on the outfield grass to make the catch. Ball game is over. The Astros have swept the Orioles and have done so in convincing fashion. Their offense absolutely destroyed our pitching staff that came into the series top 2 in a lot of categories, ERA and such. Well, I don't know where we stand after this series. It definitely took a hit. The offense as well. Other than that first loss where we nearly came back down huge, has absolutely gone quiet these last 2 games. And that is a concern as we head into a big series back in Baltimore up against the first place Guardians, who at this point may have a better record than us. In fact, I'm going to go ahead right now and take a look. Cleveland is ahead now 6-5. Are you kidding me? So Cleveland on the verge of perhaps winning. They have a record of 48-26 at the moment. Whereas our record now, I think we're just now back to 20 games over 500. 49-28? Or is it 49-29 now? Not sure if they're adding that loss in already or not. But either way, folks, again, Cleveland is only at most a game behind us, game and a half maybe. It's a very, this is a big series. This is not the one everybody's been talking about coming into June, but this one is just as big as, I'd say, the Braves, at least. Yeah, so we're going to have to get it going. Folks, I know everyone's saying thank you. You don't have to rush out the door, but I understand why you would want to after such a result and such a weekend. But I do say, I do want to say thanks to you guys as well. I just like to do it right after I get through the whole wrap up here. I'm going to just go over the next game and when the start time is and what the pitching matchups will be. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take it on over to the ESPN scoreboard. And just give me a moment to bring up this information before I send you guys out of here. And then I'll give you all a big thank you as well. Not a great day and not a great weekend here in Houston. All right, tomorrow night, the Orioles refuse to start a night game at a regular time. Why has it got to be 6:35? What's wrong with 7? What's wrong with it? 6:35 p.m. tomorrow night, folks. And there you go. I think this is updated. So the Orioles are 49-28. The Guardians 48-26, but they could have their 49th win if they hold on and beat Toronto. So, yeah, we're talking about 1 game or 1.5 game difference. And this is going to be a tough matchup here, folks. Cade Povich is going to need to be on his A game going up against Tanner Bibby, who's put up some pretty good numbers. 5-2 record. ERA of 3.65. I mean, you can score on him. The whip is, it's fair. It's not great, but it's not bad at all. 81 in the third innings, 99 strikeouts. He's given up 10 home runs. So about, not quite just 1 run per 9, but a little over 1 per 9. And yeah, we got to worry about the likes of Jose Ramirez, Stephen Kwan. These almost said the other name. These Guardians, they've got some talent on this team. They have been underestimated, but we got to take them seriously, folks. All right, so that's it as far as going over tomorrow's game. Come on back here. I'll be on the air at 6:25 p.m. tomorrow. Right, Charm City chat. Jays have newly caught up shortstop suspended 80 games for drugs. Wow. Well, I guess they'll have to rely on Bo Bichette. Thank you, Calvin. Bill Holland, thank you so much. Wow, Switzerland still hanging in there against Germany, 1-0 in the 85th minute. And yes, the Yankees lost today. Thank you, Jenna, for that reminder, and thank you for that compliment as well. Real Howard Stern, Sean, you're welcome, and thank you. Thank you, Pocket Watch, Isaac Angel. Been working, but cheering the whole time. Keep on cheering tomorrow, Isaac. Akia, hey, I'm glad you found the channel. I know you're an Astros fan, but maybe when the Astros aren't on, come on back if you're just enjoying baseball in general. David, of course, always good to have you here. Riv, the man, Nicholas, Rob, thanks for modding as well. Ram P, Seeley. Oh, who else? Lakita, Nicholas. Did I say your name already? Am I repeating people? I might be. Dirk, thank you. Pool. Shantae. Oh, I hope I'm not skipping people. Jew Brownie. Oh, I'm about to just pass out, folks. Thank you for tuning in to today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. There's still plenty of time left to go out and do something and put this loss behind you. Get some good sleep. Get that Monday work day out of the way or whatever you got to do, and be ready for tomorrow night, because your boy, the BirdWatcher's got a feeling. Look at this energy. Where is this energy at the very end of a stream of a tough loss and a sweep? I don't know where it's coming from, but suddenly I am building up energy like some sort of X-Man. I want you to be ready for tomorrow night, because your boy is going to be at least 90% tomorrow, and that's enough. The Orioles are coming back. All right, folks. Have a good Sunday. That's it. Tough weekend at Houston. All right. That's it for me. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Have a good Sunday, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.